Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Eternally Stunning. I hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to discuss about the different birth charts, how we read the birth charts in Western and as well as in the Vedic astrology. Plus, I'm going to talk a lot about the divisional charts henceforth in the video. And so I thought let's first get done with the Western chart because the Western chart does not have any divisional charts as that in Vedic astrology. So Western chart has only one birth chart and then there is a transit chart that we see. So if you understand if you understand to see the birth chart, then I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to read the transit chart as well. So there is not a lot of difference in the two charts. The transit chart will show the current transit of the planets, and the Western chart, the birth chart shows it's like a screenshot of the time when you were born. So the most important thing while reading a Western birth chart is to understand the signs, the symbols. Okay, the symbols of the zodiac signs, the symbols of the planets. If you don't know the symbols, then you won't be able to understand. And so I'm providing a link below for the presentation that I have made it for you guys, where you can see the symbols of the planets and as well as the zodiac signs. So you can remember it. This presentation is like a go-to presentation for you guys. You can refer to it anytime you want. It has a lot of information in it and it will make your job easier. I have done this part for you guys. And so talking about the birth chart now, coming on to it. The Western birth chart is seen with a circle. It's like a wheel of fortune. These are all the zodiac signs placed. These are the outer things that are the zodiac signs, and these are the planets. These are the symbols of the planets. This wheel of fortune, it's not a wheel of fortune to be honest. This circle is quite easy to read because the house numbers are provided here, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's pretty simple to understand. So this is the first house, this is the second house, this is the third house. And there are 12 houses here and 12 zodiac signs. Here, this side of the chart represents the east direction, this represents the west direction, this represents the north, and this represents the south direction. So you guys know the ascendant is the sign that has been rising in the east during the time of your birth. And so in this birth chart, you would see that this is a symbol of Cancer and this is a Cancer rising birth chart. So this person has a Cancer rising, and this is made up by me. It's not like I have taken someone's birth chart. I would like to do that. It's just made by me. So this is the ascendant. It's starting from Cancer, then Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. The ascendant starts from Cancer. The descendant is the sign which was in west direction. The time you were born was obviously the opposite to it, which is Capricorn. So this is the first and this is the seventh axis. Now, these are the planets. So here you would see like the Jupiter is placed here in the second house. This is the moon in the third house, sun in the fourth house, Mercury in the fifth house, sixth house is Sagittarius house, seventh house is Mars and Venus, ninth house is Saturn, and 10th house is true node, which is Rahu. And if 12th house is Rahu, then obviously 6th house is going to have Ketu, the south node. And Western astrology also considers the outer planets like Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. So they do have Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. The symbols for them are like this. This is, for example, if it's Pluto, this is Uranus, and maybe in fourth house I can keep the Neptune. This is the Neptune. So reading Western chart is quite simple. You can easily identify the signs. Once you know the symbols, you can easily identify the planets, which is easily available. And then there are conjunction, like these two are in conjunction because they both are in the same house, and if they both are around 8 to 10 degrees apart, within 8 to 10 degrees, then they forms a conjunction. And there is conjunction, then there is opposition, which is when the two planets are completely opposite to each other. Like in this case, this is forming an opposition, this is forming a conjunction, this is forming an opposition. And then there is a sextile when the planets are 60 degrees apart. And then there is square when they are 90 degrees apart. So for example, you can see like this is forming a square where Saturn is in square with the Mercury. So this is how we see the aspects in the birth chart, Western birth chart. But we are just talking at the very beginning level for just basic things to understand, and in this way you can understand once you know the symbols. That is, I'm going to repeat again, symbols are extremely important when it comes to birth chart of Western astrology. So this is how it works. And now let's see how the Vedic astrology birth chart works. Okay, so now we are talking about the Vedic astrology birth chart. The representation of a Vedic astrology birth chart is in a rectangular form. So here what happens is, this is how it looks, like a rhombus in between, and these are the diagonals of the rectangle. So here, this is the first house, okay? Now don't get confused by the number. The number is for the zodiac sign. So the 7 number of a zodiac sign is Libra. 7 number represents the Libra zodiac. So this is a Libra rising person. Here will always be an ascendant. So this is a Libra rising person, and second house will be the 8th zodiac sign, which is Scorpio. And then Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and then back to Libra. So here the numbers represent the zodiac signs and not the house number. So don't get confused, because people often get confused. They think that this 7 number is our 7th house and this first number is our first house. No, because this is the east direction. It represents the east direction. This represents the west direction. This represents the north direction, and this represents the south direction. Okay, so I hope you guys will understand how to read the birth charts first for Vedic and for Western. And then when it comes to the detail of Vedic astrological charts, then we have Kendra, we have Trikon, we have Upachaya houses, and we have Moksha houses. Okay, so now once you have understood the flow of the Vedic astrology birth chart, this was a North Indian style birth chart. I do not really understand a South Indian birth chart, sorry guys. So North Indian, I'm now pretty sure, because then we are able to understand the Kendra, the Trikona, the Upachaya, and the Dustana houses. So let's first see about the Kendra. What is Kendra houses? Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7, 10, the one that you see in the rhombus. And these are most auspicious houses because the first house is about yourself. The first house represents your personality, yourself, your appearance. The fourth house represents your home life, your mother, your property, your land, car, and all such things. The 7th house represents your spouse, and the 10th house represents your career and public life. So pretty much all the important things that are extremely important to you are all shown by the Kendras. If a lot of auspicious planets are present in the Kendra houses, then it is generally considered as good. Now, comes Trikona houses. So for Trikona 159, because they made the triangle, the base of the triangle is made by Trikona houses, and they are also known as Dharma houses or the house of luck. And then the Upachaya houses, which are 3, 6, 10, 11. Upachaya meaning prosperity. These are the houses of growth. And then comes Dustana houses. These are called as the houses of spirituality, and they are 6, 8, and 12 houses. So now, as we have understood what is each of the houses represents, what each type of category of houses represents, we can then talk about the different divisional charts. So of course, the very first chart is Steven chart, which is a Lagna chart, which is extremely important because it shows what your ascendant is. Ascendant is Lagna. So it represents the ascendant or the Lagna of yours, and it represents the different planets that are placed in different houses of your chart and what signs they are placed in. And then comes D2 chart, which is a Hora chart. It is used to analyze the wealth or the flow of wealth and how easy will it be to gather or to accumulate wealth. And then the D3 chart represents siblings, how many you will have and how your relationship will be them. And apart from the siblings, it also represents courage, communication, and strength. D4 chart is called as Chaturthamsha. This shows your childhood, how your childhood was. It represents the number of properties or the houses or lands you will own in your lifetime. The D5 chart is a Panchamsha chart. Not a lot of people talk about this chart. It shows a person's inclination towards spirituality. Plus, it also shows about the fame and followers a person will have in his lifetime. So in a modern day, to see the popularity of a person, we can actually see the D5 chart. Then comes the D6 chart. The D6 chart is also called as Shashtyamsha. It shows challenges to be faced by a person on health front. Overall, how the health of a person will be and what changes will the person undergo through his lifetime in relation to the health. Then comes the D7 chart, which is also called as Saptamsha chart. It shows information about children and grandchildren, and it also shows the sex of your child, maybe will it be a boy or a girl. The D8 chart, that is called as Ashtamsha, it shows a sudden and unexpected troubles in life, and it also shows stuff about litigations. Then comes the D9 chart, the Navamsha chart. It is one of my favorite charts because it shows a life after marriage, and it is also a chart of luck. We can say that someone has zoomed your ninth house and then they have come out with the D9 chart. We should be thankful to have a D9 chart. It also shows how a person will become as a person matures. So if you are around 28 of your age, or if you are married, then you can definitely see your Navamsha chart, the placement of the planets, and it would show how you are becoming, how your thought process is, why you feel this way. Then comes the D10 chart, which is also another important chart, which is called as Dashamsha chart. It shows your career. It is another very important chart because it shows, as I mentioned, it shows career. It shows what profession is suitable for you and if you would face any problems in your career. Then comes the D12 chart, which is Dwadashamsha chart. It is related to your parents and your blood relatives. This is the D20 chart, which is called as Vishamsha chart. It shows your religious involvement and a person's spiritual evolution. The D24 chart is called as Chaturvimshamsha. It indicates learning, knowledge, and formal education. D27 chart is called as Nakshatramsha, which shows the strength and weakness inherent in a person's nature. Then comes the D30 chart, which is called as Trimshamsha. It shows the evils or the past life karma or past diseases a person had. The D40 chart is called as Khavidamsha. It is It shows the auspicious and inauspicious events in your life, and it is also related to mother and her ancestors. The D45 chart is known as Akshavedamsha. It indicates fortune, and it also shows about your father and his ancestors. The D60 chart is Shashtiyamsha, that indicates actions and karma of past life. So guys, I hope this was useful for you guys. I hope you were able to understand few things and you are able to take out some things, some important things out of this video. Please download this presentation. The link is provided in the description box. This is a very easy presentation to refer to whenever you need to understand something, and you won't have to like go and understand and see onto Google every time what this chart represents, what this chart shows. This I have consolidated everything in the one presentation. And please subscribe to my channel. If you like my video, then please hit the like button. Do comment down below how you like the video and what you think about it. And thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.